just for recreation. Dedication, hard work, plus patience. To some more of my sacrifice, I'm done waiting. Told you that I wasn't playing. Now you hear what I've been saying. Dedication. Dedication. Look.
Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel, Imperfect Fits Toya. I am Shatoya. Make sure you subscribe, like this video, share it with all your friends, and if you have any questions, make sure you comment below and I will try to reply to your questions as quickly as possible. But make sure before you do anything, you hit the subscribe button and share this and like this video. So I wanted to make this video because I have been getting a lot of questions about my surgery. I recently got a breast lift without implants, and I got Vaser 360 lipo, right? And I will add pictures to the video so you can see the before and after. So I'm in some groups on another social media platform, and I have a plethora of questions as to how much I paid, the difference between the two, why did I choose my doctor, and me personally, I want to answer everyone, so I decided to make these videos, and also for people on this platform to kind of get insight as well. So I have a 9-year-old son, my only child. About 5 years ago, I wanted to get a breast lift because I was not happy how my breasts looked after having my son. They sagged tremendously. I was very insecure about my breasts. I hated my breasts. At the time, my midsection wasn't a problem for me, but my breast was. About 5 years ago, I went to get a consultation at Imagos Plastic Surgery in Miami, Florida, based on some results I saw on 2 other young ladies. Dr. Guri and Dr. Garcia, they're amazing. Monica, she's amazing. I did not get the surgery at that time, obviously. For whatever reason, it was probably the money, or I just wasn't ready. 2016, okay? I get consultations with other doctors in the Miami area. None of them made me feel as comfortable as the doctors at Imagos Plastic Surgery, because they really take their time with you. They ask you questions. They really want to make sure you're making the right decision for yourself, and they tell you their opinion and what they think. And so I went back in 2016. Because it was a year later, I had to get another quote. I got another quote. Still didn't get the surgery. The relationship I was in at the time was not a healthy one, and so my partner was not, he was not encouraging, right? So, okay, didn't get the quote. 2017, I didn't do anything. 2018, I went back and got another consultation, another quote, because if a year has passed, you have to have a whole nother consultation. Thankfully, their consultations are free, so I went and got another quote. Unfortunately, my mom was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer, so I had to move from Miami and come to Atlanta. Still didn't get the surgery. 2019, I'm like, okay, I'm ready. I got the money. Now I get another quote. Still didn't get the surgery. You know, I'm like, forget it. I'm just gonna work out and just figure it out, right? 2020 come, I'm in a better mind space. I'm in a better relationship, and now I say I'm ready. I call. I have to get another quote. I spoke with Monica. Finally, she was like, "You ready?" I was like, "Yeah." And she got me on the schedule in September, which I wasn't expecting to get on the schedule so soon, but I didn't want to wait either. So she kind of like squeezed me in because it was a cancellation. And I'm just ecstatic. So I have been doing my research for a very long time with Imagos Plastic Surgery. They're amazing. Dr. Garcia is amazing. Their entire staff is amazing. I opted to get a breast lift, and again, I'll add the pictures, without an implant, because I didn't want my breasts to be bigger. I wanted them to be up and more full. When you get a breast lift without an implant, you do take a chance of your breast size going smaller. But because my breast was, I feel, sagged so much, I never knew what my bra size was in the beginning, because every bra I got, my breast would hang over, which made me more insecure about my breasts. So I didn't care about them getting smaller. I just wanted them up and more full. And I know I didn't want to put an implant in my body. I went to some consultations here in Atlanta before I went back to Imagos, and the doctors here was like, yeah, you should get an implant, yeah, you should do fat transfer with the with the lift. But when I decided to go with Imagos, Dr. Garcia called me and was like, why do you want to get fat transfer to your breast with the lift? And I said, because that's what the doctors in Atlanta are telling me that I need to do. He was like, no. He specializes in reconstruction of the breast. He works with a lot of breast cancer survivors. So he personally called me when he found out that's what I was trying to do, spoke with me for about 30 minutes and explained to me the cons of doing that. Everyone is different. Every doctor is different, but I love them because they're not money grabbers. They're going to tell you exactly what you need to know. So he explained to me, because I'm getting a lift, when you transfer fat to the breast, the fat can leak out of your incisions because you're getting that anchor around your breast. He also told me that fat don't always live when you transfer it. So the chances of the fat living, yeah, the fat can live, but if it does not live in your breast, then again, you have a risk of your breast sagging again. So we opt to suggest, I trusted him and his expertise, and he was like, let me just, do the lift. I'm going to sit you up, make you more full. And if you feel like you want to go bigger, let's do an implant. That takes about 45 minutes. Put an implant in there, you're good to go. But if you're happy with what they, how they look after the lift, you're all set. You don't have to do anything. And so I was very pleased with that. Vaser 360 lipo. Everyone's asking me this question. What is Vaser 360 lipo? I just send them the definition off Google because I don't know how to explain the medical term for it. But because I was getting my breast done, being quarantined, being in a new relationship, I gained more weight than I thought. When I went and got my surgery, I was 229 pounds. I'm 5'9". They ask you to get as close to your goal weight as possible. I wanted to be about 200 pounds when I got my surgery, but because they were able to get me an appointment so soon, I didn't want to wait until next year and take that time to lose the weight and wait till next year. I was just like, let me get my surgery. I'll focus on the weight loss after I get my surgery, because again, surgery is not weight loss. Plastic surgery isn't weight loss. You still have to do the work. So the easiest way for me to explain Vaser lipo and my experience, right? This is how it was explained to me by the doctors, because they was telling me all these medical terms, and I'm like, listen, just explain it to me regular, because I don't know what that means. So the best way to explain it, because my doctor, Dr. Garcia, he specializes in Vaser lipo. Dr. Guri, which is the other plastic surgeon in the office, he does not. He just do the traditional lipo. So they both were in the room with me explaining to me the difference, and they let me decide which is what I like. Traditional lipo, I know it's just poke you, like wherever they have to get the fat. That's what I know from people who have gotten it and how they explained to me. That's kind of how they broke it down for me, so I can understand. Vaser lipo, they use a beam, like a light, right? So they make the incisions in you. They put this light in you to melt the fat, right? Without destroying any of your body, any of your cells or anything. So they melt the fat to a liquid form, and then they use a small tool with 2 circles on it and suck the fat out. So they're not poking you. It's basically it's an incision here, and they just put it in. It's kind of like a vacuum cleaner, and they suck out the fat. So after my Vaser 360 lipo, some people that was saying they were in so much pain after lipo, I have a high tolerance for pain, but I was shocked that I wasn't really in any pain. I was more sore than anything. Like the first 2 to 3 days, I was sore, and I really didn't have any bruises. I'm not lying. I see people who have gotten traditional lipo and their entire stomach is purple, black, and everywhere. I only had bruises where my incisions were, and my boyfriend was shocked because that's the only place I had my bruises. I did not have bruises all over my stomach, all over my back. I literally only had bruises where my incisions were. I don't know if it was just my body or that's the outcome of Vaser lipo, if it's the same for everybody, I'm not sure, but I had minimum bruising and minimum pain. Like I didn't even take the pain pills. I just took Tylenol. I just was sore, like where I just was sore. I couldn't bend, I couldn't move. So my body was very sore, but I was still comfortable in a sense, right? I don't know if Vaser lipo is more expensive or least expensive than traditional lipo. I think it's probably, least expensive depending on the doctor, but you definitely want to go to someone that specializes in Vaser lipo, and you definitely want to research it. My doctor specializes in Vaser lipo. That's all he does, and he's amazing at it. And he will contour you. It's very important when you're getting lipo, you tell the doctor to contour you. Not all doctors contour you. What that means is they contour you here, contour you here, and some doctors just suck out the fat and you go by your business. But you make sure you say you want to be contoured. It's very important. Not all doctors do that. My doctor, that's what they do. So, painless Vaser lipo. My breast, no lie, painless. They say when you get an implant, it feels like bricks are on your chest, but really only thing he did was took out part of my breast and stitched it, moved my nipple up and stitched it back up. So I just had incision, but I wasn't in any pain. Again, it was just soreness, and I couldn't move my arms or do anything like that. I was very, very sore, but not in agonizing pain like some people say they experience, right? So I live in Atlanta, so I went to Miami for my surgery. I went the day before my surgery so I can be there. My surgeon is like A1. They wanted me to stay there for 7 days, and I said, why? They said, because we want to make sure before you get on a plane to go back to Atlanta that your breasts are looking good, you have not developed any blood clots, everything looks good, because our worst fear will be you getting on a plane, getting back to Atlanta, and you have issues. So they don't make you stay extra 7 days if you don't live there. They just suggest it. So I just stayed 7 days because I wanted to make sure that everything was right too. This was my first time getting surgery. I didn't want to have any issues as soon as I got back to Atlanta. So the doctor definitely does want to see you within 7 days. He just wants to put eyes on you to make sure everything is good. And if it's not, he wants to see you in person so he can make sure, he does what he needs to do. So those doctors are board certified. They operate in a hospital grade facility, which is amazing. They work with so many different hospitals. You definitely, when searching for a doctor, don't go for these popular doctors or these least expensive doctors. Go for a doctor that's board certified and ask them about their facility. Is it hospital grade? Do they work with hospitals? How long have they been working with their anesthesiologist? The person who gave me my anesthesia, she was been doing it for over 25 years. They've been working with her for over 10. And they haven't had any issues. Ask those questions. It's okay to ask those questions before you get someone your money. You don't want to ask those questions the day of your surgery. So I stayed in Miami for a week. We stayed at a Hilton hotel. We stayed there for a week. And I think 3 days after my surgery, I was in the mall. Like, I was with my boyfriend literally in the mall. Because when you get lipo, they want you to walk as much as possible so you don't develop blood clots. And the good thing about my doctor is they work with a wonderful lady named, I think it was Linda, and I'll put her information as well. They work with her for the lymphatic massages. So she'll come to your house or to your hotel, wherever you are. So I was there for a week. I got 3 lymphatic massages while I was there. She also helped bathe me, and she also showed my boyfriend how to bathe me as well. So she was very, 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 very helpful. And the massages, oh my God, the massages are everything. And I only drained for a day, 24 hours, that's it. I only drained for, right after my surgery, I drained, and the very next day. It didn't go on for days or nothing like that. So I only drained for about 2 hours. 2 days, excuse me. It's very important to take someone with you when you get your surgery if you can. I took my boyfriend, thankfully. If you can't take someone with you, you definitely want to stay at a recovery house. This is not something you can do by yourself. You have to have people to support you. My boyfriend had to help me put on my underwear. He had to bathe me because I couldn't bend down. And I'm happy I stayed in Miami for a week because, when you're home, there's so much stuff going on in your house. So I was able to kind of really kind of healed that first week, and by the time I came home, I was a little bit, better, and I was able to move around a lot more. So me being in Miami that week definitely did help me. So if you can stay wherever you're getting surgery and kind of get away from what's going on at home, that definitely would help, because when I came home, I found myself trying to do stuff that I would normally do, and I had to remember I can't pick up anything, I can't lift the clothes basket to go wash the clothes, or I can't do this. So you have to definitely be mindful of that as well. But my boyfriend helped me tremendously. Like, he helped me so much. He went and got me chicken noodle soup. Like, he had everything I needed when I left from getting my surgery. You definitely want to get pee pads for the bed, especially if you're staying in a hotel, because hotels will charge you. They'll charge you like $25 to $50 if you get anything on their sheets. So you definitely want to go get like the doggy pee pads. You definitely want to get the pants, put the pants on. But yeah, you don't want to pay that extra fee for those sheets and towels. Like, you don't want to do that. So definitely get something to, or bring your own towels, or go buy your own towels, because they charge you crazy money if you get that leakage on their sheets and on their towels. They say they throw them out. I doubt it. I think they just use some bleach and wash them. But hey, that's me. So what else? You definitely want to drink as much like pineapple juice. Stay hydrated as well. When you get your surgery, you want definitely ask your surgeon or the intake nurse for a list of things you should eat or can eat before your surgery. You definitely want to do that. You definitely want to make sure you eat right before you go get your surgery, and obviously eat right after your surgery as well. So I wasn't in any pain. I'm happy with my breast. The 360 lipo is amazing. The day of my surgery, my waist was 47 inches. I didn't even know my waist was that big, probably because I've been sucking in my stomach for years. And with the quarantine, I didn't even realize my waist had got that big. 47 inches for me is big. Now, as of today, which is October the 21st, which is almost 4 weeks out since I got my surgery, my waist is 34 inches. So my waist dropped a whole 14 inches. And I want my waist, my goal waist, I would like it to be 28 to 30 inches. And right now my weight is 225, and my goal weight is 180. So I will be cleared to work out within 2 months. I just was cleared to do light cardio, so I can do light cardio, which is really good. And you definitely want to get the proper fajas as well. I went to a Colombian store in Miami. I can also put their information down below as well. They have every faja you can imagine, like everything. They have the compression bras, they have everything. And the fajas were fairly cheap. They were like $60 or $65. Just because the faja costs more does not mean it's better. Trust me. Just because a faja costs $120 doesn't mean it's better than the one that costs $60. So their fajas was probably like no more than $75. So when I left the hospital, I was in a 3XL faja. That's what they put you on. I went and purchased a 2XL and an XL faja from the Colombian store in Miami. And those quickly became very loose, which I should have got a large and a medium. So instead of me purchasing another large and medium, I just got those fajas taken in. That's about it. And my doctor had the foams the adhesive foams. It's hard to find really good foams. Honestly, you can look on Amazon, you can look at these places. It's really hard to find good foams. My doctor, the foams they have are soft, they stick to you, they're amazing, but they're expensive. So if you can't afford it, I would definitely suggest get the foams from your doctor and not try to purchase the foams, from like Amazon and stuff, because I honestly purchased some foams from another company and Amazon, and they were the worst. They were bulky, they were thick, they just didn't do anything I needed to do. So I ended up having to get foams from my doctor. But after 4 weeks, you don't even have to wear the foams anymore. Like I'll be 4 weeks on October 23rd. I don't even have to wear the foams anymore. It's up to me. I still wear them, and I'll wear my ab board. Probably gonna do that for about 3 months. But after 4 weeks, you don't have to wear the foams. You just have to make sure you stay compressed. And also, I don't have to sleep in my faja at this point either. I could just sleep in shapewear or a waist shaper or something of that, because I'm 4 weeks out. So that's something else you want to talk to your doctor as well. And there's so many tricks, and I'll show you all the tricks I've been using in another video for the gaps in your faja. Like sometimes your foam spreads and you'll see that you have lines in your skin and it's like you have hives or something. It's okay, that it goes away. I freaked out the first time I saw it, but it goes away. And massages. I wanted to tell you all how important the lymphatic massages are. They're so important because with the liquid in your stomach gets very hard, like rocks. It's rocks in your stomach. So you have to break down that liquid to make your stomach soft. And that's what the lymphatic massages do. Depending on where you go, they can be expensive, but they're worth it. And your doctor should tell you should get at least 15 lymphatic massages. You can get as many as you want, but at least 15 to help break down the liquid. Trust me, you don't only need the massages to help with the drainage, to help, drain out the liquid. Your stomach will be hard as a rock if you don't get those massages. They're so important. I know people say, oh, you can do it yourself. You can go get you a handheld massager. No, go to someone professional to do those massages. Please, at least your first month, please just do that. I get my massages 3 days, three times a week. I get my massages 3 times a week, and they're everything. And it loosens you up. The massages just loosens you up. It just makes you feel so much better. So make sure you get the lymphatic massages, and don't try to do too much after your surgery. Just take it easy. The results may take a while. Like sometimes it can take 3 to 6 months for the swelling to go down. And so don't rush the process at all. Do not rush the process at all as to why you still have like a bulge here. Because I still have like a bulge here, but it's not still swollen. But my waist here is more defined. But that can take 3 to 6 months to go down. That's why you still have to eat right. You still have to work out. You still have to stay compressed, because if you don't, money spent is pointless. Time spent is pointless. And you went through all this for nothing. That's what people don't understand. Leading up to my surgery, I'm not gonna lie, I was very nervous and excited. It was more so the anesthesia for me, like going to sleep, the anesthesia. My surgery was about 6 hours. My breast lift and full 360 lipo. I went into surgery at 1:30 p.m. I got out of surgery at 7. I didn't even know I had went to surgery, right? So the last things I remember is talking to the anesthesiologist, and I said, just get me back to my son. She's like, oh, I'm gonna get you back to your son, no problem. And next thing I know, I was waking up and my whole body was done. So it's very important to know, the history of your anesthesiologist, because it's very important. So she was amazing. But I did have anxiety. I'm not gonna lie, I had crazy dreams about the surgery, but I wanted it done, but I'm not gonna lie, I was scared. I was scared about the going to sleep part. But once I got it done, my mom was freaking out, everyone was freaking out. But my boyfriend was there, so he kept me super duper calm. That's why I said, if you can take your spouse with you, if you have someone that's supportive, a sister, a spouse, anyone, it's definitely going to help you a lot during this journey. And so far, everything has been good. I'm happy with my results. The lymphatic massages help so much, and I'm learning as I go. And I just want to tell people, I wasn't even going to talk about me getting surgery because I have a fitness business, and I didn't want my customers or other people to kind of say I'm a fraud, or I don't know. I didn't want to change the perception that I have from my business, even though I am into fitness, but I wanted to do this. I was still insecure about myself, and this is something I wanted to do for a very long time, and I had to think about it. And a friend of mine who does marketing, she's like, why wouldn't you share your surgery? Do you know how many people it is out there like you that get surgery? Everyone isn't to a fitness nut. Everyone isn't into just fitness. It's some women that need surgery. So why wouldn't you share your experience? And now you're opening yourself to a whole new demographic of women that you can relate to. Now you're more relatable. And I'm happy I did, because now I see in the comments and the groups that I'm in that people like it, and I am more relatable, because I could have just popped up on Instagram with my new body, and like I worked out and ate right like everybody else do, and not told the truth. So I just want to encourage women, do what you want to do, don't care what nobody thinks. And people just appreciate you being transparent and being honest and providing them information. So if I can give someone information to prevent them from doing anything wrong, I definitely would do that, because for me, it was trial and error. A lot of things I didn't know, I had to figure it out, I had to learn. So there's a lot of do's and don'ts, which I'll make a video about that as well. The do's, the don'ts, and all of that good stuff. But getting surgery is definitely, it's a financial risk. That's why you definitely want to go to a doctor that you trust, and you're going to get your results and make sure it's money well spent. So my surgery was $12,500. That includes $4,500 for facility and anesthesia. Most doctors charge facility and anesthesia, unless they are literally doing your procedure inside of their office. My doctor has a facility next to their office that is hospital grade. So they charge a fee for a facility, and of course, the anesthesia fee. But my surgery itself wasn't that expensive. So you definitely want to know exactly what you're paying for. Ask your doctor if they have any discounts. Like my doctor may give you 10% off or 20% off. It's okay to ask, are they offering any discounts? If you're getting more than one surgery, are they offering any discounts for multiple surgeries? My doctor offered me a discount because I was getting 2 procedures done, 2 different completely procedures, which I appreciate. And they have the ability to do that. So ask your doctor, listen, I'm getting 3 procedures. Can you give me a discount? And if they say no, then maybe you want to find another doctor. Definitely do your research and know who you're going to, why you're going to. Don't go to a chop shop, and just do your research. I'm also going to make a video of why people go to Dominican Republic and Colombia to get their surgery versus the United States. So that's going to be on another video. So make sure you subscribe, because you definitely want to know why. And I'll give you that information as well. Like I said, I've been studying this for about 5 years now. But if you have any specific questions, please comment below. Oh, and another question was, do I know what my cup size is now? I do not. And my doctor made sure to tell me not to go to Victoria's Secret to find out, because they don't know what they're talking about. I guess Victoria's Secret tell you your bra size based on their bras. So the best place to go when you're getting your breasts done to get to know your new bra size, go to somewhere like Nordstrom's. If you have somewhere in your community, let's say a place that works with breast cancer survivors. There are some places that do custom like bras for breast cancer survivors. Those ladies in those stores, they know how to measure your breasts. Like the place where my mom went, she's a breast cancer survivor, to get her bras. I'm gonna go back there and let her measure me now, instead of me going somewhere like Victoria's Secret. But they would definitely give you an accurate measurement. They may not even charge you. I don't think they're gonna charge me. I think you just walk in and ask them to ask them to give you your bra size. I'm not sure, but definitely look around. I don't know the name of them, but I know they specialize in like bras for breast cancer survivors. They could definitely give you an accurate bra size, somewhere like Nordstrom's, maybe Macy's, but stay clear of Victoria's Secret, because they're never right. Trust me, they're not. I mean, they're not right. And besides that, I think that's pretty much everything. I look forward to my results to come. Again, I'm going to pin where I get my lymphatic massages here in Atlanta, Georgia, the person I use in Miami, my doctor's information, and also where I get my fajas as well, and also where I get my waist shapers, because now I don't have to wear fajas as much. I get my waist shapers from EliteStyleFitness.com, which is my fitness company, and we have the best fitness belts, the best waist shapers to help you, stay compressed. And also when you start to work out and get into the fitness side of, your post-op, Then we also have fitness apparel and those fitness belts that you need, because again, you have to maintain the results. You just don't get surgery and you're just going to look like that forever. You have to eat right, you have to work out, and I'll also post those videos as well. So it's all about just maintaining your results and, you know, just staying healthy. And I want to say, do what you want to do. And some people saying how you pay for your surgery. You could do care credit if you don't want to pay the full amount. You can do half care credit. You could do half cash. You can do it on a credit card with 0% interest. You can contact your doctor, ask them what finance companies they use. For me, I was already repairing my credit. I repaired my own credit. I knew I wanted to get my surgery, so I repaired my credit enough to where I could get enough care credit, because I didn't want to pay for the entire surgery out of pocket. So I paid some care credit and I paid the rest in cash, which you definitely can do, and then you decide how you're going to pay the care credit back. But it definitely is something, and then, or you could just, you could just save or ask for money for like Christmas or your birthday, and just, ask people to get you that and give you money instead of, buying you gifts. That's another good way to kind of get it. And another good thing you could do is you can just, whenever you, like, let's say you have $100 bill and you spend some of it, whatever the change is, you put it like in a shoebox, and that could be like your surgery, your surgery box or your surgery savings. So you definitely want to do that. And I think that's everything that I can cover leading up to the surgery, after the surgery. Yeah, I think that's everything. But if it's something I didn't cover in this video, make sure you comment below. Make sure you subscribe, because I am going to have other videos following this particular video, like why do people go out of the country to get their surgery versus the United States. I'm going to show you progression of my surgery. Also going to give you more tips as well. Can't put everything in one video. So definitely subscribe, share, like this video. Any questions that I did not answer in this particular video, make sure you comment below and I will answer those questions for you. It's a little easier to answer the questions on here than in the groups, because they just keep coming and I have to kind of go through all of them, make sure I'm answering the questions and I'm not repeating myself, because a lot of the same questions is how much and things like that. And thank you to everyone that told me I look good so far, that saw my before and after pictures, which I will add on this video as well. And yeah, so thank you for visiting my channel. If you have any other questions, comment below. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at imperfect_fitstoya, and make sure you follow me on Facebook at Shatoya Rivers, and make sure you follow my business page at Elite Style Fitness on Instagram. So until then, y'all be safe and take care.